Lewis on 1019 The Fox. Come on!
Luke and Lewis on the Fox. We're back on a Sunday. It's good to be home, isn't it, Luke?
It's very good to be back. And Lewis, huge show today. We have a very special guest.
Yes. She says hi a lot. And
she's going to come in and say
form.
hi to us.
Yes.
She's said hi to a lot of people recently. And we actually got left a comment. So obviously, who do you think it is? I mean, you look.
Who do I think it is?
You were there.
Well, I would say, judging by the interview we did a few days ago, it's probably Amy Shark.
How did he know? How does he do it? Now, we had a comment. We posted on our Instagram that we hinted that perhaps Amy Shark might be there. And I'm thinking of actually pulling the interview off the show today because Pat_DG said, if it's not Amy Shark, I'll eat my socks. And I want to see that. So are we still going to play the interview or are we going to make Pat eat his socks?
Hopefully we could do both. Hey, Pat, if you don't eat your socks, we won't play it. So we'll threaten him with that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'll let you know if I hear from Pat during this.
Right, brilliant. Up next, we're going to be talking crap manners. It's Luke and Lewis on the Fox. Luke and Lewis on the Fox. Luke, we're talking about bad manners. Not people with bad manners, but manners themselves that are actually bad and an inconvenient to everyone.
Yeah, I feel like as a society, we've moved on from some forms of etiquette, in particularly social situations where people are like, that's inconvenient on our lives.
Some manners just suck. Like, you used to need to have 37 spoons just to eat dinner, but now we've just got the one. That was a classic medieval manners.
I didn't know that about that one.
Probably because you weren't around in 1582.
I wasn't born yet.
And I'm glad that one's gone.
Yeah, so am I, because I've never heard of it. So
yeah,
you had one happen to you on the weekend, or
yeah. I went out to dinner with about 8 different people. Our producer James was there, and this is what I noticed about him: is he's using some manners that not everyone uses. What happened was we were getting dinner, so we all ordered different things to eat, and then all of the food came out at different times. So I got my meal first, and there were 8 people. So I thought, well, I'm not going to wait for everyone to eat their meal because then mine will just be cold.
Yeah.
So I don't like
never
that
wait
rule.
for people.
No, but what happened was I got my meal, I started eating, James got his second, and he did not eat at all. And then
he made you look bad.
Yeah, then he made me look bad, which I thought was rude.
Great work, James.
And then about 20 minutes got by before the next person got their meal.
I probably would have done the same thing just to stitch you up.
Yeah.
Not because I care about the etiquette. I just think it's funny to make you look like a bad person.
Yeah, but I don't... Do you like that rule, waiting?
No, I hate that rule. Like now, I think my parents used to kind of enforce that one as a kid. Like it's polite to wait till everyone's got their meal. Now it's a thing where it's like if you're in a restaurant or counter meal type situation, you're like, oh, it's going to get cold. Just eat it.
It's polite to wait if it's going to be like 30 seconds. Yeah. But if it's going to be 20 minutes, I think it's rude to make me wait. So, producer James, why did you do that?
It's just because I've got general empathy for my common man. And
I hate that about you.
I want to... I'm there for other people. Like, if you don't get to have your meal, then I'll abstain as well, and we can enjoy the meal together.
I have never once in my life thought, geez, I hate when other people enjoy their meals.
Well, no, it's more like it's a communal experience that we're all supposed to enjoy.
No, it's you forcing me to starve to death and while my food gets cold. Yeah. Thanks, James. Really rude,
There's
mate.
Actually, thinking about it now, just watching you trying to justify it, there actually isn't a good reason as to why that rule is around. It's just a thing.
No.
Another one that annoys me, hats inside. Oh, it's rude to have your hat on inside.
No, it's not.
It's not. It's like some people, because now hats are less of a sun smart thing and more of a fashion type,
it's like a fashion thing.
Item. It's more of an accessory now.
And sometimes it's a bit of a utility thing, like guys trying to hide their bald spots.
Yeah, you do it every day.
I don't have a bald spot, man.
All right.
But we were thinking, guys, 131060, give us a call. What are some unnecessary manners? What are manners that just get in the way and shouldn't be manners?
Yeah, are there some manners that, as a society, just some social etiquette type things that we need to get rid of? We'd love to hear your thoughts on 131060. Give us a call. We were talking about it in the song that Mike believes that the onus is on the person, like on the other people at the table, to be like, don't worry, man, just eat.
Yeah, for sure. But then we did that. We said, hey, James, stop waiting. It's going to be ages.
That's
and he
weird.
said, and then he forced us to watch him not eat food.
Here's what I do. If I'm trying to be polite, but I'm also hungry and I don't want my stuff to get cold and I'm still waiting for other people to get their meals, I just start doing chips. I feel like that's
Chips
the halfway.
Okay.
You just start kind of... You know, and you can be like, hey...
James had chips, actually. He didn't even chip.
Did you offer... You didn't even chip? Dude, and you can offer other people at the table who are also waiting, hey, would you like a chip, to make it okay that you're eating your chips.
Yeah.
It's a power play. It's a good move.
That is good. And Emily, welcome to the show. What are some inconvenient manners?
Something that really, really used to irritate me as a kid was my mum telling me off for putting my elbows on the table during dinner, which I just found ridiculous, because why?
Yeah, I don't like that rule either. And also because I'm so tall, I have to lean on the table.
You need to lean. Yeah, us tall people, we need to lean.
I love a mid-meal lean, especially when you've just eaten too much and you're like, oh, I'm pretty full, and you get the leans on the table.
Yeah,
you have to sacrifice posture in that time, and elbow leaning is.
Could not agree
I don't know.
more.
What have you got against elbows during dinner?
Exactly. Stop discriminating against elbows, guys.
I don't understand how that started. Like, I can't even think of a reason as to why that would have been considered rude.
No,
maybe elbows were like ankles back in the day, like they were a rude part of the body or something.
Maybe I reckon that was just like some king or queen that was just like anti-elbow.
Had really ugly elbows.
Well, James, do you have an opinion on this, Producer James?
So if you had a poorly crafted table back in the olden days, if you leant on it, you could cause the table to collapse. So it was rude to the other diners because you'd make the table fall down. And
how often do tables break nowadays?
I mean, it depends where you're shopping.
You know what I think is...
It's rude on an IKEA table, but at anything high quality, it's polite.
You know what I think is pretty rude of the people who invented that rule is building a bad table.
Yeah.
I think that's way ruder. That's the
builder,
definition of bad table manners.
Lewis, I've got one more that I think we can all ditch. And now, I don't know what girls are going to think about this. Actually, if Emily's still on the line, I'd love to get her opinion. Emily, what do you think of this one? I think it's rude that in today's society, it's still up to the guy to ask a girl out on a date. Is that just me?
Oh, well, I'm a lesbian, so I wouldn't know.
Okay, right, fair enough.
But at the same time, like, I think that chivalry is cute, but like...
That's cool. Hey, Emily, thanks for leading the charge of women asking other women out. Like, lead by example, go for it.
We really appreciate that. No, not that I don't like, you know what I mean? Not that I wouldn't ask a girl. I mean, I've got a girlfriend. So
you have a girlfriend, man. How many girls are you asking out?
I'm just saying, though, like, that some of my mates go, like, there's a constant pressure to be like, I don't know if I should ask her, and like, why doesn't she ask me?
Hang on, mate. I think I know what this is really about. You just want girls
Men
to
are
start...
intimidated by strong women.
That's right.
Why. They think they need the power.
Hey, Emily, preach it.
That's
I love
it.
that.
Very strong. I think what this is about, man, is you just want girls to start asking you out so you can turn them down.
That's not what this is about. I was actually kind of trying to help out Button Push here, Radio Mike, but girls, you know, I said some mates of mine complain about that.
It's definitely Radio
it was
Mike. Just ask him out, man. Luke and Lewis on the Fox. Coming up later in the show, Luke, I'm going to be exposing a business.
Wow. Who is it this week? Don't tell me who. Give me the level of corporation. Is it a small business, big? Are we talking international?
Mate, I've done a few big businesses in my time, but now it's really time to punch down.
Okay, great. I love punching down.
Tiny business, regional area. I'm taking them down. Now it's time for this. Businesses exposed. You've been a naughty business. Button Pusher, Radio Mike, very narrowly missed that one.
I didn't miss it. That was
Expose
perfect
him.
timing.
Yeah.
Do you have an ABN?
I actually do.
Ooh,
Watch yourself.
out.
Luke, now this segment is a segment that we do semi-regularly on the show where I just expose a business for malpractice, misleading advertising,
And-
personally slighting me.
Yeah,
Whatever I want,
usually
really.
it's personal. Like, it started off as sometimes there'd be something in the news and you'd bring it to the public eye, but recently it's just been going, I was wronged in a business and I'm taking it out on them by, and you know, outing them on air.
Well, this time, Luke, I'm actually going for a bit of a change of pace. I am exposing a business for misleading the public. It's disgusting, and they need to be punished for
This
it.
isn't a change of pace, because I can already tell that it's very much personal, because you have that look of spite in your eye that you do every time you do this segment.
I've brought in files for this one.
Yeah, cool.
Now, the reason for that is, before I expose this business, you need to understand the difference between a frond and a fern. And I'm here to teach you and the listeners.
And I'm
that.
impressed because you've never actually had evidence before, so this is great.
Okay, so I was in a suburb. I was driving down a road called Glenfern. Now, the difference, this is a fern, Luke. A fern is a tree that has lots of leaves on it, and those leaves are segmented.
Yeah, I'm looking at a picture of a fern, and that is a fern. I've got some in my backyard.
Yes, everyone's seen this. Now, a lot of people confuse ferns for fronds. Fronds are actually on ferns. Fronds are what we call those segmented leaves.
That actually Okay.
But a lot of people think the leaves are called ferns.
The actual plant is called a fern, but
Yes.
the leaves on a fern are called fronds.
That's right.
Okay.
Good. I'm glad you're following. Radio Mike, are you following?
I'm following.
We're
so
all
far.
following.
Okay, listeners,
And-
I hope you're following.
I mean, I'm following because I have a visual diagram in front of me, but imagine a fern and then imagine the leaf of a fern and think frond.
Yes. Okay. Just clearing that misconception
Yeah,
out.
great.
Now,
A fern's a business?
yeah, hang on. This is what I saw. I was driving down Glen Fern Road and I saw a repair shop that was called Glen Fern Repairs.
Yep.
And Luke, they had a picture of a frond as their logo.
Oh my God, I'm so exposed.
Now,
Idiots.
either that shop needs to obviously they can't change the name because they're on Glen Fern Road. So either they need to move their store and change the picture from a fern to a frond,
Yeah, that would be
or from a
desirable.
frond to a fern. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm getting confused with my own logic.
But do they say, like, are they trying to pay tribute to the road that they're on with the, like, have they actually stated that they're a fern?
No,
related
they
business?
repair cars. I don't know why they have a fern on
Well,
there
that's
at
what
all.
I mean.
It's,
Have you
because
ever-
of, it's because of the road, but they highlighted fern and then they had a picture of a frond.
Okay, so it is.
they need to change
it's
their
a tribute
name.
to Glenfern Road.
Yeah, they need to change their name to Glen Frond Repairs or change their frond to a fern. Either one is acceptable. Do that or you'll be exposed again next week. And I'm glad we all learned something as well during this segment. I think we're going to take more of an educational tone as we go on. Luke and Lewis on the Fox, and if you've been paying to our Instagram, Luke and Lewis, you'd see that Amy Shark
Who's
is
been
coming
paying
up
our
on
Instagram?
paying attention to our Instagram. But if you'd like to pay us to post on Instagram, that'd be great too.
We'll just, yeah, that's not very.
Guys, more importantly than my mistake, Amy Shark is coming up on the show. She joined us in studio earlier in the week. She's at Splendor at the moment, but we actually helped her out. We wrote her an international version of her latest
And
single.
before that, the reason why we got Amy's attention, you may have seen our video. It's up on our Facebook page. It's still pinned to the top if you want to check it out. We went around and told the public that Amy Shark says hi. She ended up seeing the video, and we ended up getting in touch with her that way. So we thought, we would write another song to her because we're all about giving Amy Shark free promo on the show.
And now that you bring it up, Luke, if anyone wants to pay us to do Facebook posts too, we'll accept that as well. So
Yeah.
hit us up during the songs. But Amy Shark is next. We're joined by a very special guest, Amy Shark. Welcome to the show, Amy.
Thank you for having me, finally.
You
I
have just dropped your new album, Love Monster, which everyone has been loving. How's that been? You've been doing a big day of press today.
Yes, it's been a few days, actually.
I was hoping we were an exclusive.
No, well,
Damn.
you're the one I've been counting down for. So,
Yeah,
that's
great.
great.
And that's what you'll tell the next people
yeah,
as well.
no, never. No way. You guys are special. And in a good way. Yeah.
No, we get told that a lot here.
Sorry.
Yeah, we do.
No, it's been great, and I'm loving that the album's finally out and it feels really good.
Yeah, that's great. You used to you studied film and you ran your own little film business as well. How do you feel about our camera guy's film setup?
It's pretty intense. He's got some lighting and a couple of rigs going.
That's good. Well done,
Yeah.
Todd. I think this is the first time you've done something right.
He's notorious on this show for being bad at his job.
Oh, really?
So this is going to really boost his confidence, and I really appreciate you saying that. We have to ask you, how many times daily do you reckon you would say hi? I noticed you did say hi to us on the way in, which was very exciting.
I know, and it
That was
just
amazing. The
feels
first time
weird.
hearing it in person.
Yeah, and even after like shows, and if I do an Insta or whatever, I'll say, stick around and come and say hi, and it's just not the same anymore.
Yeah.
Like
That's true. It's my.
Yeah.
I think I would prefer the high in a musical tone, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
How do you
Okay.
prefer your highs?
Yeah, well, I throw them around every now and then. Like,
Yeah.
hi, or hi. Like,
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
You really
all the
highs.
things you can do, and you guys have inspired many people to say.
Well, we're
Well-
just all about the highs and lows of
Yeah,
highs.
so you're actually, I believe, you saw our video that we did. We wanted to help you spread the message. Did we interpret the song correctly? You wanted us to tell everyone, yeah?
I did.
Great.
Yeah, and I wanted it to be you two
Yeah.
in particular.
Yes,
That's great.
what we
I noticed
thought.
that Sony shared the video and then sponsored it with Facebook ads. I was
Yeah.
very flattered. Thanks for the promo, Sony.
Yeah, we really need that. So,
Yeah.
so yeah.
I'm still waiting for Fox to put some promo behind us.
Oh no, Fox did not care, but I'm glad Sony got
It was
behind
very
it.
creative.
So if you didn't see the video, we went out with megaphones, door knocking, posters, trying to tell the whole community that Amy Shark says hi. I believe you wanted people to drape a big poster of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Did you suggest that online?
Well, it was an
saw.
idea. I think I was just very excited after watching your video. And I
No,
thought,
we were almost
going
going
to
to fly to
really
Sydney.
deep with this.
Yeah, Fox wouldn't pay for our tickets. Maybe
Yeah.
Sony could hook that up.
Yeah, so they're capable. So let's do it. Yeah.
Right,
Brilliant.
People in Sony here are shaking their heads. They do not want to be a part of
it.
So your album's out, and I've just read that you've been getting something crazy, like 60 million streams on I Said Hi, which is crazy, like the amount of people that you have told hi. But it's mostly in English. So now you're kind of, have you got any global shows organised where you're going to places that don't speak English as their first language?
Yes, I think there could be a European tour in the works.
That is exciting stuff. Now, I believe you have an acoustic version of I Said Hi ready to go for us now. And after the break, we do want to show you our international rendition of I Said Hi. Would you be interested in hearing it?
I'd love to hear it.
Great.
Brilliant. We're going to play it after this. It's Luke and Lewis on the Fox with Amy Shark.
Your new album, Love Monster, you recorded a lot of it in the US. Is that correct? Or just different parts of the world?
No, so I did like 3 songs in America. Yeah.
Because I noticed that you have worked with Mark Hoppus from Blink-182 in Dave Grohl's studio.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Because me and Mike here, our button pusher, we are like hardcore Blink-182 fans. And when me and Mike saw that, man, there was a
You're
lot of
just the
excitement
button pusher.
happening.
Did you hear that?
I know, I'm just the button pusher.
The button
Yeah.
pusher.
I mean, he hardly pushes buttons.
Look
at
at
the
him, he's
right time.
literally doing nothing.
Now, we were thinking, Amy, because you're going to start touring in Europe and some of these countries, they might not have English as their first language.
Mm-hmm.
What we've done is we've written like a new chorus for I Said Hi that just has lots of different ways that you could say hi in other languages, and you don't have to use it, but if
it's
you
just an
do
idea.
like it better than yours, you know, you feel free.
The idea's there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You can have 100% of the profit. There's a guitar. I hope I've got it in tune. James, did you want to come over and hold the microphone?
Luke
do you have the
was
lyrics?
going to play the guitar for this, but he realised that he can't play a B
Can't
chord.
do a B chord.
Is there a B chord in there?
Is that a... No. Great. Well, I'm glad I spent 40 minutes trying to learn how to do a B chord.
All right, well, we've got the lyrics here.
So maybe do you want to like come in at the pre-chorus and then we'll hit you with the international version? So
Okay.
just like the guitar. I don't know how it comes in, but
Yep.
2. Tell 'em all I said ciao.
In China, ni hao.
France is bonjour.
Japan's konnichiwa.
In Nepal to say hi, say namaste.
And say aloha if you're from Hawaii.
Tell 'em all I said guten Tag. And that's the German
That's
one.
German version.
So if you want to tour in any of those countries, we got you, Amy.
God, guys, that is.
Oh, thank you very
Thank you.
much.
It only took us 3 goes, but we
yeah.
got there in the end.
really strong.
I
So
really like it.
yeah, if you want to take that on tour.
Yeah.
And just before you go, did you know that we found out, we got an email from our friend Tom here at the radio station. We're on your Wikipedia page. Look, we've literally got it up. It says, where is it?
We don't know who put it there.
So it's about I Said Hi and said it was voluntarily promoted by comedian and digital radio show host Luke and Lewis using posters, megaphone, and large homemade sign. I mean, it's not great grammatically, but
It also says that we're
Yeah.
still on
hung up
digital
next to the
radio.
Fox FM station logo. So
I mean,
did you put that in?
No,
'Cause
so
we actually did it.
I think it's a really big deal for you guys, but I wouldn't go off this as something because it said that I was Chinese born once, and there was like a
Yeah.
and then there was something else like an album I'd never heard of saying that was my debut album, and
Right.
But yeah, Sunshines and Lollipops or something like that. And I'm
I
like,
think that's a really old song, isn't it?
yeah, I don't know, but that was apparently my debut, and I had to work really hard to get that taken off.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we're still going to take that. We're stoked. To have that
I
on
would
there.
be.
We don't have our
I'm
own
really happy for you
Wikipedia,
guys.
so we're happy to have
Yeah.
that as like a prelude to our Wikipedia. Hopefully one day
Hopefully
that'll
that
link to
then
somewhere.
makes
It
it in
changes so
our-
often, so let's just check every morning. Make that part of your thing that you check it's still on there.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
well, I'll have it
'Cause-
bookmarked.
Cool.
We definitely
and
will.
Can you be sure to check it too?
I definitely
Just so we're all
will.
on
Yeah.
it. I wouldn't want someone to miss it in case
Yeah,
I wake up one
exactly.
day.
Yeah.
I'm busy. I know you're busy. We're all busy. All right, we've all got things going on. Mainly you though, because you have a tour coming up and the album's just dropped.
Yep, so thanks for joining us, Amy. And if you want to grab Amy Shark's debut album, Love Monster, featuring hit singles I Said Hi and Adore, it is out now and available to buy and stream, so get your copy today. Thanks for joining us, Amy. Really
Thank
appreciate
you so
it.
much, guys. Thanks for everything that you've done.
No worries. I mean,
Big supporters. I love it.
If you have any more songs coming out with instructions,
Yep.
just
Yeah.
let us know
Excellent.
and we'll follow them to the letter.
we will be, like literally, you're just like a tutorial, and we're happy to play along.
Yeah, excellent.
Great.
Brilliant.
Have you got any more more like instructional songs in the works?
No, but I'm gonna go through the album and listen, and we might be able to do something.
I
else.
was
the
going
next single.
Not turn around. I was listening to you on the way, and there was a song that said "Don't turn around," and I was like, and I had to like do a head check on the freeway, and I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I was like, I'll risk it.
She said, "Don't do it." So
I was thinking, actually, I've bought a shelf from Bunnings, and the instructions suck. They're just pictures. So maybe you could collab with Bunnings just about this shelf in particular, so I can build
if
it.
You could write an instructional song on
you
how
guys
to
could
build.
give me ideas on songs. That's
brilliant.
A
How to build IKEA furniture. No one knows how to do that.
Yeah, I love it.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Amy. Really appreciate it. Luca Lewis on the Fox. Ooh, a little chuckle there at the end of that one. Another funny song on Fox.
Love a giggly song. Nothing funnier than laughing at the end of a studio pre-recorded recording.
Hang on, guys. Let me just step into the booth and finish off this song.
Now, Lewis, it's time to find out about how our button pusher Radio Mike did at his first ever musical theatre audition. If you're not familiar, Mike, say hello.
Hey guys, how are ya?
Say what your biggest.
Hello.
I did ask for hello.
Bit much there, man.
Overcompensating per usual. Mike, what is your number one passion in life? Be honest.
Radio.
No, okay,
False.
I said be honest.
Okay, singing, I guess.
Yes, because he had a half scholarship at high school at an elite private school.
Half scholarship to a private school.
Last week on the show, me and Lewis
World's lamest achievement.
Yeah, last week on the radio show, Lewis and I really tried to do you a favour, and I saw a casting call pop up on my Facebook newsfeed for a character in a local theatre production called Michael. It's male, 18 to 25 years old. Boom. The character is image conscious, career minded, and supportive, and cares about their friends. And I thought, this is Mike.
Especially image conscious. That's why he's on radio, so no one has to look at him. Doesn't have to get conscious of it.
Well, he did go on a 3-week head diet.
Even though he's on radio and no one looks at his head.
So on Saturday, Mike and I went along to the audition. You couldn't come. You were ill.
Yes,
on the
I was
day.
sick. I was just nervous. Really, I was just freaking out in bed. I couldn't bear to watch it. So I just really wanted him to get it. How did he go?
He did great. This is how Mike was feeling before we went into the audition. How are you feeling before the audition?
Really nervous. It sounds like there's people on stage who are like trained performers that are auditioning, and I'm just this.
What do you mean? You're great, man. None of these people would have a half scholarship at an elite private school. And this is your first audition?
Nah, I auditioned for the musical in Year 5, and I got a lead role as Nasha, the robber.
How many
in
times?
The musical Bats, which is a children's musical.
So, how many auditions have you done in the past?
Just one.
So you're one for ones.
I nearly auditioned. Yeah,
so you've never not auditioned for something and got the part. So this is going to be great. So we've been ushered to a room backstage. It's a rehearsal space. You've done no rehearsing as of yet. But you're very nervous.
I'm very nervous, and I feel like it's going to be like that scene in Billy Elliot where Billy Elliot goes to audition for the dance school and he freaks out. Have you seen it?
No, but wasn't he talented at the end?
Yeah, he ends up performing in Swan Lake.
Oh, right.
As a flash forward. His dad's very proud. That's kind of a big poignant moment of the film.
Well, I'm sure Lewis will be proud when he hears this audio on the radio.
Hey man, actually really proud. Billy Elliot, great film.
Yeah, so that was how you're feeling, quite nervous, and we walked into what was like quite a large room, very echoey, and there was 3 judges, the main judge Tyler, a piano accompanist, and Samuel, another guy there. And I guess
full on.
It was really serious, and I asked straight away, I was like, so where do the managers usually sit? And they go, we haven't organised a seat. Generally, people don't have managers.
Oh, well, that's pretty good. Obviously, all the other people applying would just had no talent and, no profile.
Exactly, man. You were coming in like with a manager, like accompanied. So, and by the way, I had his back the whole time.
Did you wear a suit?
No, but I did tell him to wear Elton John's Sonny's on the day to channel musical, and he did.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Like, let's just say we went in confident.
Yeah, really confident. I would say too confident. Now, it was a bit echoey, the room, but this is like just a brief kind of bit of Mike's audition. You sang the song Losing My Religion by R.E.M. That was the song of choice.
Very ambitious song.
This is the song now.
This isn't Mike. I don't know if you guys can tell. This wasn't him.
That's R.E.M.
This is the original version. Probably not as good as Mike's audition, I would think.
And this is how Mike's audition went.
I'm so excited. Was that a standing ovation?
Yeah, I was pretty loud on the clap. I tried to get the clap started just to create like, oh, wow, that guy must have been great because so many people are clapping.
I only heard you.
Me. Yeah.
Yeah, well, good try.
Now,
probably Mike's fault, really.
I wanted to review Mike's audition because we hadn't really reflected upon it since the day, and I thought, I don't know a lot about musical theatre, but you know who did? Tyler, the judge on the day. Tyler, welcome to the show.
G'day, guys. How are we doing?
Very well. Firstly, thank you very much for having Mike. What an opportunity for your theatre company.
Oh, no. Thank you for pushing him forward. It was really an honour to hear from Mike and meet him on the day.
No worries, mate. We were going through a bit of a talent drought at the time, but, Radio Mike was hanging around the building, so we just sent him off instead of some actual talent. So.
Now, be honest, how do you think Mike did go on the day compared to the other people?
Look, he did very well. He did very well.
But?
Oh, no.
I have a few notes here for Mike that I did jot down during his performance.
Let him hear it.
So I usually like to just jot down, some short notes so that I can reflect back afterwards because every time, we have an audition come in, we review them afterwards.
Are they just like heaps of angry faces written on the page? Giant crosses?
No. Look, Mike, he really pulled his finger out. He did a great job.
Tyler, at one point you laughed. During the second verse, you looked at me and you smirked and we both started laughing.
Guys, this is an Australian Idol.
He did well.
What's the main point?
So the first point is good tone. So his
good tone.
Less tone to his voice.
That's good.
Which is great.
Love a good tone.
I think personally that's the best quality of my voice because I do have a great tone.
Yeah, great. Yeah. No one cares.
Yes, Tyler?
I wrote nice little vocal licks, which means he took some liberties with some of the melody and added some nice...
Mike's nodding his head. So that was a bit of creative input from you, Mike?
Those were all very calculated liberties that I took. I like to throw in a lot of those choices.
How much time did you spend rehearsing, Mike?
Oh, I rehearsed here with Luke about half
he sang the song once
to
me before, and then I don't know how this is going to go, man. But I thought you pulled it off.
So you just sung it once and then in your head calculated a few liberties.
Yeah,
yeah, pretty much.
Need a new calculator.
Now, next I had unique rhythm. And this is where the verse, the little full half comes in.
Yes.
Mike did fall behind a little bit in the second verse.
Yes, by unique rhythm, you mean out of time?
I mean, I really no, Luke, wrong. I didn't. It's true that I didn't know the second verse as well as the first. However, I do maintain that the choices I made to fall behind completely and miss the second chorus.
A couple of those unique liberties.
By the way, he had a lyric sheet in front of him throughout the audition. I forgot to mention.
Wait, so not knowing the song.
Did anyone else? Did anyone else do that, Tyler?
No. Mike was the only one who put lyrics in.
So has he got the part then?
Wow.
Well, Tyler, would you like me to deliver the news? I received an email because obviously you send it straight to management, which is Lewis and I. It might be a bit awkward with you on the line, but
No. He needs to hear it.
Okay. It said, I regret to inform you that at this time you have been unsuccessful in securing a spot at our callbacks. As we are only casting for the one role, our selections have been incredibly specific in regards to your voice and style. In saying that, we truly do appreciate the time and effort. It's just a copy-pasted email, Mike. You were absolutely snobbed.
Tyler, what? I thought we gave each other a knowing look at the end of the audition.
Luke, I think that it's absolutely unacceptable for you to be laughing at our client.
Yes,
Where is management? We're trying to get him this part. Tyler, what can we do to change your mind?
Look, boys, the input and set.
He's pretending that his phone's not working, so he doesn't have to say goodbye. Right, we get the message then. Thanks, mate.
But yeah, thank you very much to the Lonely Arcade Theatre production for having Mike in. We really appreciate it. The main production of Tick Tick Boom, which is what you're auditioning for, is going ahead in October. Mike, bad luck.
I won't be in it, but go see it anyway.
Yeah, go see it anyway.
You'll be in the audience if you can afford it. Going to have to get some work before then. So it's time for this.
AFL on the radio. This is the best game ever. Hot pies, cold drinks. Radio AFL, the best game in the world. Chewy on your mic.
Sorry, Radio Mike, our button pusher, was looking at me like, "Oh, what's wrong? Is there something wrong?" No, I was frowning because this segment.
Yeah, so this segment came about because I told you, Luke, that you can't play AFL on the radio.
Yeah.
And you decided to prove me wrong
It's
by
my favourite game.
inventing a new game and then calling it Radio AFL.
Yeah, no one's really trying to play sport on the radio, and maybe for good reason, but
I would say that
think
Triple
it's
M
great.
literally plays sport on the radio
Yeah,
all the time.
they commentate a lot of live sport, but
they're
we're
not playing
actually
it.
playing the game.
Okay, good
And
point.
you guys
Take
can
that,
get in.
Triple M.
Yeah, if you guys can get involved if you're listening now. The way Radio AFL works is 13 10 60. Are you kicking goals? Do you reckon you've achieved something this week that's a bit of a goal kick? Well done. We will rate you either a goal or a behind if you've kicked the goal or not. And then I guess there's no real winners.
Sometimes
Everyone
you get a
wins.
goal, sometimes you get a point.
And if
sometimes
you're way
just
off-
bad kick and you missed.
Yeah, and then some people just really don't even rock up to the game. They forget their footy boots and leave them in the car. That's how unimpressive their things sometimes are. But
we actually got a caller before the segment even started.
Yeah.
Ryan, welcome to the show. Have you kicked any goals recently?
Oh, yeah, I have indeed, boys. I managed to open a can of Pringles. I popped open a can of Pringles, and I indeed was able to stop.
Oh, so you had some
you
and then
stopped
you
eating
stopped
them
eating
halfway through.
Not even halfway, after 3.
So why did you even open the can, dude?
Oh, well, I thought I was hungrier than I was, so, like, you know.
Hey, you got to applaud that restraint. That's a goal.
That's a goal.
Well done.
Well done, mate.
And that is how Radio AFL works, ladies and gentlemen.
So give us a call on 13 10 60 if you've been kicking goals recently, and we'll judge it. I've got one.
Do you
for
have one? Go.
Yeah. Well, I recently did a little tour around Australia over the last 3 days, and Luke, I'm happy to tell you.
Humble brag.
Yep, little tour. I'm happy to tell you that every single morning we had an early flight, and every single morning both me and Tripod Todd, who I took with me, woke up with our bags already packed from the night before.
What?
And we're out of the house within 20 minutes, didn't even miss a flight, was early to every flight.
You are the most least organised person I know. That is a definite goal for you.
Thank you, mate.
Mate, you've had to reschedule flights in the past because you're late to the airport.
I've done that twice.
Yep, and
But-
that's probably why you've got your act together.
Exactly, not on this tour.
Let's continue the goal kicking after this. 13 10 60. Have you been kicking goals? Play Radio AFL with us. That's all you got to do. We're the goal umpires. You are the teams.
Give us a call. Today we're doing this.
AFL on the radio. This is the best game ever. Hot pies, cold drinks. Radio AFL, the best game in the world. Chewy on your mic.
Chewy on the opener. It's not very good, is it?
No, it's too long. It's yeah.
Too many obscure football references forced into a radio format.
Yeah, well, that's what Radio AFL is. If you don't know how to play, we asked you guys on 13 10 60, have you been kicking goals? We judge if it's a goal or a behind. 6 points or 1 point. When you explain it, it sounds so confusing. You know why? Because we're trying to play football on the radio.
Yeah, this game just started out as a way for you to prove me wrong. And
now
now that we've done it twice, I don't think you have. But Axel, welcome to the show. Have you been kicking any goals recently?
Yeah, I've just done HPV training. I've had vehicles for 5 hours.
with vehicles for 5 hours. That's pretty amazing. And are there any goals involved with that sport?
Yes.
Oh,
What's the main
Very
objective?
Physical demanding.
physically demanding, right?
And I also did a mountain bike race.
Nice.
Oh, brilliant.
And thanks. Tell your dad thank you for reminding you of that as well.
Oh, well, what do you think, Lou? You going to give it to him?
Yeah, that's a goal.
Yeah,
well
that's a
done,
goal.
Axel.
Well done,
Great
mate.
stuff.
Thanks for calling, Axel.
And give your dad a goal as well.
Yeah.
For,
Axel and his dad.
With the call.
2 goals already. Casey, welcome to the show. Have you been kicking any goals recently?
I have. I'm actually a mum, and I've only just returned back to work after 2.5 years. And I've just finished doing 5 nights in a row at a bar, and I am absolutely buggered driving home now.
Yeah.
Amazing. Casey
That's
got a
great.
job. That's a goal.
Yeah.
That's a goal.
Thank you.
I love a mum win.
definitely-
That's great stuff,
Definitely.
Casey. Definite goal kick. 6 points through the big sticks. Jeez, it's not really like AFL, is it?
This is a phenomenal game where we're playing this evening. Not sure if it's radio, if it's football or radio, but it's definitely a game.
Hey, Scott, welcome to Radio AFL. Have you been kicking goals, mate?
I sure have been kicking goals this week. Yeah, I'm a tow truck driver, and the boss's target is about $4,500 each week. I've been doing about 6.5, 7. You know, big days equal big pay. So
Yeah.
Hey, mate, not only have you kicked a goal, but you also made it rhyme. I'm awarding 2 goals,
Wow.
which I don't think we can do in football, but we can in that Radio AFL.
Nah, in the preseason league, that's annoying. In the preseason league, there's actually a thing called a super goal. It's like a...
Oh, really?
So you can get 9 points in the... or at least it was for a couple of seasons they trialled
Hey,
it.
Scott, congratulations. You've got a super goal.
Well done.
there you go.
Well, guys, I'm sorry to tell you, but that's all the game. That's all the time we have for today with this game.
Oh, we were supposed to get a siren sound effect at the end to signal the end of game.
Oh, okay.
That's right. We're not going to be doing this segment again anyway.
Why don't we just play the presets instead? Luke, coming up next, I need to tell you something, and I think I'm going to blow your mind.
Great.
Last week, I almost made a friend.
No.
Yes.
I don't believe you.
Mate, I'm going to tell you all about it after this. Almost.
I'm your only friend.
Yeah. Hey, man, you might have some competition coming up.
Wow.
Man, I wish someone would come back to me. Luke, the other day on the train, I almost made a friend.
What, you spoke to someone in public?
Well, they started it, and initially I wasn't happy about it, but then I know we just got talking, man, and I almost made a friend, and I didn't capitalize on the opportunity. I could have made friends. He gave me 2 chances.
How old was the person?
My age, man. Let me tell you what happened. I was on the train. I was just 1 second. Mike, can you play the music? I was on the train.
This is a sad story.
It's very sad. It's a tragedy. I was on the train and I was reading.
Okay, I preface this with Lewis has trouble making friends. If you can't already tell, I am his only friend. Mike is his friend.
Work friend.
Button pusher. You have a lot of work friends.
Friend.
People who are paid to be around you generally.
Acquaintances. Tripod Todd's putting his hand up. Hey, mate, put those hands down.
You're
Relax.
being paid to be here,
Yeah.
so it doesn't
You're an
really
employee.
count. Be honest, you would not have met Lewis if you weren't filming stuff for him. Why would you want to hang out with him?
Wouldn't even made eye contact with you. Now, Luke, what happened was I was on the train. I was reading the White Dwarf magazine, which is a magazine about my hobby, which is painting miniatures, wargaming miniatures. I was reading this on the train in public.
And you wonder why you struggle making friends.
No, I don't want to make friends with other people. This has nothing to do with
Some people
it.
did this when they were 8, man.
So you're saying that this is the reason why I'm not making friends?
No, there's plenty of others. This is one of them.
Mate, let me tell you what happened. I was reading this on the train and someone saw that I was reading this. He came up to me and he said, "Hey, man, is that Warhammer miniatures?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, it is."
Oh, no.
And then we started talking. It turns out this guy...
I'm surprised a guy who knew what that magazine was had the confidence to approach a stranger.
Man, so was I. He was a totally normal person as well. Tall, good
Let's say
looking.
as well. You're the one. You're not normal.
Anyway, so he's talking to me and he's like, "Man, I just got here from New Zealand. I'm staying here permanently. I'm studying and I'm shipping my miniatures over from New Zealand and I'm just looking for like people to play with and like talk about with the hobby and that stuff." And I was like, "Oh yeah, man."
He wants someone to talk about it with.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
So sad.
And he's like, "Oh, do you know any gaming clubs around?" And I said, "Oh, I think there's one in Oakley." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I've heard about that one. I was actually thinking of checking it out." And that was where he was going, "Hey man, you should say we should go."
What did you say?
I said, "Yeah, man, I've heard it's pretty good. I've been thinking about checking it out too."
Maybe we should check it out.
I didn't say
together.
that, man. I didn't
Why?
say it.
Did you want to be friends with him?
Yes. And then what happened was we started talking more, a little bit about the miniatures, and then he was like, "Hey, well, it started wrapping up." He goes, "Well, hopefully I'll see you around at the club, or, you know, hopefully..."
Oh, he wanted you to like give contact information.
I should have got his Facebook, his Insta, anything. I should have, even if he was on Tinder, I would have swiped right. And then he sat down and I was like, I should say something. And then he got off the train and I missed out on my second friend. So
look,
if that was you, man, if you're out there, 13 10 60, if you want to join the Oakley South Warhammer Gaming Club, I really want to be your friend, and I really regret
not even
turning
that.
you down.
13 10 60. You do want to be friends with Lewis? We'll take anyone.
No, specifically this guy. He made a good impression. No one else called, just this guy. All right, I'll talk to you soon, mate.
Oh my God,
well, I'll be calling you, mate, soon.
I don't think he's going to call, mate. The chances of him listening now, he's probably painting Warhammer. What is it? Warhammer miniatures.
Yeah.
Oh. Look, someone's calling.
Oh my God! All right, we'll take him after this. Luke, you've been doing a lot of quizzes recently, and you've just been coming into work angry, cracking it.
So what happened was the other night, it was a bit of a slow night, and Radio Mike put on his Instagram story that he was doing one of those BuzzFeed quizzes. It was like,
Man, I'm so glad that I don't follow him on Instagram. Everyone block him, guys, so you don't have to deal with stories about BuzzFeed quizzes.
Yeah, so it was like he posted the results of a BuzzFeed quiz that when it was like, what combination of Pixar characters are you? So like at the end you get given 2 Pixar characters that that when you answer all the personality traits and stuff, that's what it spits out at the end. And the sad part was I was actually interested in what I would be when I saw this. And I was like, hey man, shoot me through the quiz and I want to do it. Again, it was a slow night. And he shot me through the quiz, and it's happened to me in the past where whenever I do one of these quizzes that you might see on Facebook or on Instagram or something like that, I'm never happy with the result. And the thing is, I answer them honestly.
As you should.
Like, I really go like, okay, what...
Because you want to know the correct result. Like, guys, Luke's not kidding. The angriest I've ever seen him was when he did an IQ test and got a 3.
That didn't happen.
But IQ isn't high enough to remember it.
I would be spewing, though, if I got that. But one that I was even more angry about, probably than that, was the classic one back in the day. There's a website called Pottermore that sorts you into your Hogwarts houses in Harry Potter. And I always get Hufflepuff, which is the worst house.
Look at this Hufflepuff. I got Slytherin, which I was rapt about.
You are such a Slytherin.
I've got the hairstyle for Slytherin.
You have the everything. You're the personality, the hairstyle. You're dressed like one. He wears robes regularly around the office.
I do wear robes. I carry a wand.
He calls it a coat, but it's a robe. And another one, I just did it literally in the song to prove my point. I was like, I'm going to be true to my heart. Pick your favorite movie. Pick your favorite song out of all the options.
Yeah.
I was true to my heart. I did what Harry Potter character are you? Guess what I got?
Neville?
Nah, even worse. I got Dobby.
That's amazing.
He's the elf.
Dobby.
He's a homeless elf.
Here you go, man.
That gets free
Here's
at the
a T-shirt.
end.
You're free.
Yeah. And another one, I got a spirit animal. I did what spirit animal are you? I got an Eastern European butterfly. I thought I was going to get like a lion or something like that.
A butterfly.
I'm sick of it, man.
Well, I just did a quiz. I did what combination of Pixar characters are you? I got Nemo and Wall-E. I'm wrapped.
That's good as. Do you want to know? I didn't actually tell you. The one I got for that, which is why I'm bringing this up, is Mike shoots me through the quiz. I'm like, boom. I spent about 2 minutes filling it out. And I was hoping for maybe like Woody from like Toy Story cross with maybe Lightning McQueen.
No,
that would be great.
No way. You're nowhere near that cool. No one in this room is that cool.
You ready?
What'd you get?
I got Elastigirl and Doug, the dog from Up.
Wait, isn't that character's just an idiot?
He's supposed to be stupid.
Well, you answered it truthfully, man.
He's the Dobby of Up.
Luke and Lewis on the Fox.
Lou,
he's almost called me Luke again for about the 5th time.
I often say, I said Lou though, so that's actually your name.
Yeah, that wasn't my name shortened. That was half of your own name.
Yeah, I never call you Lou actually.
No, you never do.
Lewis.
Yes, Lou?
I have something to tell you.
Yeah.
Great. Earlier in the show, you did a segment.
Yeah.
Called Businesses Exposed.
Yes, it's the fan favourite segment.
You expose businesses around the often local area, sometimes big corporations, for shady practices, things that you've noticed, usually personal things.
Yeah.
Can I have your permission to expose a business now? I know I've already done one on today's show, but I feel like I never get a chance to do this, and for once I actually had a problem with a business that I attended.
Look, I'll let you play the intro to the segment, and you just explain your problem with the business, and I'll call whether or not it's an exposed.
Okay.
Deal?
Deal, because you are the king of exposés.
All right. Continue.
Businesses exposed. You've been a naughty business.
You're on thin ice, mate.
Okay. I went to an all-you-can-eat Asian restaurant on Tuesday. It was, I think...
Did they have an ABN?
Well, yes, because that wasn't the shady practice.
Just checking. That is actually a business.
It's all you can eat, which is, if you've ever been to all you can eat, is the challenge of any customer there is eat as much as you can to get maximum value for money.
Which I would actually say is probably really difficult in an Asian restaurant because a lot of this stuff is like rice, noodles, chicken, very cheap stuff to make.
Yep. This is almost alludes to exactly what I'm exposing them for. It was very reasonably priced in about the around the $30 mark for all you can eat. And the way it works is you pick off a menu what you want, and they bring out as much of it as you want. So you can just keep ordering
so it's not
stuff.
a buffet situation.
It's not a buffet setup.
Right.
They just keep bringing out whatever you want. And I noticed a few tactics that was glaringly obvious to me that they were. Like the tactics, me and my friends were like, how do they make money? Like, this isn't that expensive, yet we're going to absolutely destroy this place. We're going to eat them.
for all you can eat is very cheap.
I didn't eat lunch that day.
Usually they're like $50 or to $70,
yes.
really.
And I didn't eat lunch that day. We'd all come in, like me and like 5 of my mates, just going to hit this restaurant and clean them out for everything they've got, right? Yep. These are the tactics that they used that I wasn't happy about, okay? Straight away to stop us from eating as much as we could. Heater turned up to about 30 degrees.
Oh, genius.
It was a very smart play by them.
That's incredible. I've never experienced that.
We all had to take our jumpers off. We're getting the meat sweats really early. Like, we're just eating like low-level crumb chicken, and I'm sweating like I've just eaten like a 1 kilo pound of roast. Like,
that's
1
like
kilo pound does not make sense. That's a different unit
a 1
of
kilo
measurement.
pound.
And another one?
Yeah.
Oily foods, intentionally oily rice to fill you up.
Oily rice. See, rice is already fills you up.
Yes.
But oily rice.
And the way they brought out the food is they start you off with entrees. As soon as you order the entrees, boom, they were out within 30 seconds. They've got them ready to go, right? So they brought out the entrees, and everyone knows that there's a 20-minute window when you're eating food until your stomach starts to realize.
Yeah.
So we do that 20 minutes, then we order the mains about 20 minutes after we order the entrees. We've already been hooking into them.
Yep.
And then the mains take about 15 minutes to come out. So they wait for you to get full.
And that's an all-you-can-eat place. They don't have to cook. It's there.
Yeah.
They just get it out of the pot, especially with Asian food. It's just like
I knew
in a
it was
giant
just
vat.
sitting there.
Yeah.
They just give it to us. We're ready to eat. We've come here. Now and we got all filled up. And then by dessert, I mean, I still had two meals of dessert, but I was not in a good way by the end. Now, usually you have a moment in these segments where you kind of hit the expose button. Can I just... That's really all the evidence I've got.
See, mate, I wasn't really happy with this. Just a post-expose review. I wasn't really happy with this because I would say that the expose moment would have come after the heater because that's definitely shady.
Oh, okay.
So do you want to just tell me the bit about the heater?
Man, they had a heater. Oh my God, I'm so exposed.
You played the wrong sound effect. This business exposed sucks. We're never doing it again. You guys can't run this segment.
Hey, to be fair to Mike, the reason why it sucked was not because of him. It just...
Never again, mate. That's the end of the show. I'm ending the show there. Sorry. But thanks for listening, guys. I'm sorry to end our show on such a low note. I'm just as disappointed as you guys. But we will be back next Sunday. And hopefully in future I'll be doing all the business exposed. But you know what? That heater was pretty shady.
It was very shady. and I hope now they know it won't happen again. I didn't actually name the business.
Luke and Lewis on the Fox.
Luke and Lewis on 1019 The Fox.